from a listener who is hearing all of this, it sounds like you guys have a lot of rules. You guys have a lot of policies.
Yeah.
How do we balance, yes, having structures and systems in place that work for our team, but also the ministers, and also how do we stay human in all of that?
Yeah. One of the things, so part of Dylan and I's role is overseeing the actual production for our comms team. So we have decided, hey, there is a threshold of this is what we think is healthy for our team to actually be able to manage. And this is when we think we're pushing into, we could be in maybe not burnout zone yet, but we're going to start really getting ragged.
Yeah.
And so internally, I would say if part of your job is to manage communications, whether you're a one-person team, you're doing all of it, and maybe you're an admin and you do comms on the side, or if you really are just full-time comms, I think you need to figure out, how can I track my time and my work so I actually know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And I would say pausing the rest of the question of, I think I'm an Enneagram 3 wing 4. My feelings can get really big when I feel overwhelmed, and I need some reality check of, hey, actually, I only worked 4 hours of overtime. I don't really know why I lost my mind. So getting some hard facts and not being legalistic about it. They're oh, well, it's just rules and numbers. No, but give yourself some reality of what's happening. That way we're not being super overreactive one way or the other of, I can't make margin for anything, or I can say yes to everything, but I'm going to be a mess of a person at the end of it. So that's what I would say internally facing. We use time tracking. So every single one of our tasks has an estimate of how long it should take. Those are pretty standardized in 5 to 15 minute buckets, or it's 45 minutes or an hour. And so every week as a whole team, we look at our workload and say,
every day
we do, and say, is this actually possible to accomplish? Am I already in the red is what we would say, but literally it's because it goes red on our screen if you are, of overtime. And then what do I have margin to pick up? So that would be phase one of your actual communication team. That's possible. The ministry side of, when I tell a ministry, I can't help you, what they hear often, not every time, sometimes it's okay, is, oh, you can't, I'm supposed to do this ministry and you can't help me. I was called to this task, and are you actually on my team? It gets into this hard, are we working on the same team? Are you pulling a different direction? Are you just the man at Brentwood? And, and so one of those ways is we prioritize the relationship over the process and how we communicate. If I have to decline a project, sometimes I can send an email, but most of the time I need to make a phone call of, hey, I know you requested this. It's just not possible. But here's some other solutions. Either we can freelance, I can outsource it. I have a guy I can call who could probably turn it around, but it's going to cost this much money. Do you want to do that? 2, does your AA have the assets? Can they send the email for you? 3, so we try to talk them through, not just be bye.
Yeah, there's the difference that people sense when you talk to them face to face, or even on the phone, when they can actually hear your voice, as opposed to just getting a short, a short email.
Yeah.
And you probably didn't mean anything ill with the email, just the way that it was interpreted. So yeah, we've had, a lot better wins when we actually pick up the phone and call people and talk to them, and they can hear the humility and the sincerity in your voice of saying, hey, I know you want this. We can't hit that on this deadline, or I know you want this, but that's really not the best way of presenting the thing that you want to present. Why don't we do this instead? So we hardly ever go into it with hey, sorry about it, can't do it. You can go figure something else out on your own. We always try to come in with the approach of hey, we can't do that, but we can do this. And I think that's been super helpful with our relationship with the ministers.
Yeah.
So